have a direct message. The sadness and grief of there not being a me. There is a me. It's just not the me we thought ourselves to be. And so yes, sadness and grief can come of our imaginations and our hopes and our dreams of who and what we thought we were. But who and what we really are is so much sweeter. So much more encompassing. Truer, realer, this, but not only this. Awakening doesn't get rid of the personal experience. It takes away the veils that says I'm only this. But the beauty of that actually is you become more me. I had this conversation with someone the other day actually. That in many ways awakening frees the person. In some ways I'd say I'm more me, Imogen me, than I ever was. Because all the veils of conditioning and trauma and difficulty of being me start to dissolve, and what is left is just the true essence of consciousness shining through this embodiment, this personality, this body, this mind. So to me, the sadness and grief is our misunderstandings of who and what we are, our ideas of what we want to be. But the truth and the reality of who and what we are is so much more precious. So it's okay to have sadness and grief. It's okay to be going through that grieving process. But to understand what it is you are sacrificing and what it is you gain from that sacrifice. I think it's really beautiful that it's Easter today. And I'm not particularly religious. I'm certainly not a Christian observant. So I wasn't brought up in that way, at least. But if we take it on at least a metaphorical sense of it, and we see that sacrifice, that death, and the resurrection and the birth into what we truly are. This to me is where we see that sacrifice is so worth it. Sacrificing what we are not, but what we believed we were, maybe, for the truth of who we really are. To be born again, to be resurrected into who and what we really are. But it does require a letting go, a surrender, a death. So this is why I say it's okay to find that, feel that sadness, that grief of that. But to recognize it also for what it is. the loss of an imagination. It's often a loss of people's ideas that we've taken on of who and what we should be as well. Culture, society, our parents, our peers, our family, our loved ones, our friends, strangers, our work colleagues, all of these have ideas of who and what we should be, sometimes in relation to them, sometimes, most of it actually, most of the time, completely unseen, unaware of that. And we do it to others too. It's not through malice. Mostly, sometimes it can be, but for the most part it's not through malice. It's to feel our sense of safety in the world, our tribe accepting us. But it becomes a gilded cage. Nice, pleasant, safe cage, but still a cage. Who and what you are cannot be caged. Not truly. So much of the awakening process for me is the surrendering of that which we are not in that moment, sinking deeper and deeper into that which we are, falling in love with that which we are, unveiling all those veils of misunderstanding and beliefs and concepts and ideas. And those are not just in the mind, they are embodied. We feel it. We experience that. So much of it is about coming to clarity. That's, I use the word divine light in the transmissions, but let's break it down into a more practical description of what that is. The light that you are. Divine, because it is the substrate of everything. Unending, ubiquitous. Magnificent as well. You are that light, right here, right now. Think of it very practically. Think of it very literally. Think of it very mundanely. Awareness, lighting up, aware of. A light in a dark room.